Now, I'm going to move down to the bottom of the ladder. We've been hearing rumblings from the other clubs about North and this priority pick. Brian Cook finally, well, he didn't break ranks because a few agree with him. He was the first to say so publicly, though, on Friday night.
Oh, goodness me. Probably not. Probably not. And I don't think the Eagles should either. You can mount a strong an argument for the Eagles, I think. You know, we talk about the uncompromised national draft, you know, and every year we move further and further away from it. So I don't know how far we go with this stuff.
What's going to happen? Will North get just a better pick if McKay does leave and go to Essendon?
Well, that's the scope, isn't it, under the secret herbs and spices of the free agency compensation? Yeah.
There will be an outcry beyond outcries from the clubs if it's in the line of the sort of James Frawley one a few years ago.
What's annoying me is that attitude has infiltrated through to the players. So that has become public, that the club, North Melbourne I'm talking about, is asking the AFL for special assistance with academies and concessions and picks perhaps for Mackay, and what compensation can we get? How about you just tell us how you're going to fix your footy club and don't rely on handouts from the AFL. This is a game they don't lose. They should not lose to one of the worst teams we've ever seen, West Coast on the weekend.
So they've been hopelessly run for years. They've had bad administrations. They've now got...
It's a shocking attitude. They're playing for draft picks, not for wins.
Yes, but you can see the current administration going to the AFL and saying, look, we've now got a good administration. On paper, they look a lot better
what says
than previous.
That they're good? What evidence do you have
we threw everything at Alistair Clarkson,
administration is good?
And we got him, and then the unthinkable happened with Alistair Clarkson. I mean...
You know, that hasn't happened for 90 years where they finished last or second last 4 years in a row of the competition. They did that in the 30s, Caro, in a 12-team competition.
You've got to be sceptical.
I think you question all parts of it. And I agree with Kane. I think it has infiltrated the whole thinking of the club.
And I think getting more kids is the last thing they need. Like, getting more kids and throwing them into an environment that you don't thrive is the last thing. It's about getting the key pillars of their football club right before you prosper.
And they've got tough decisions to make by way of the rules. They were granted extra access to players as part of what happened recently by way of assistance. And Brady Rawlings, the footy boss, explains what now needs to happen.
The thing with our list going into next season, we've currently got 46 players on our list, given the AFL gave us the 2 extra list spots, and we had 2 on inactive list as well. So we've got to get from 46 down to 42 to bring players in through the draft, to bring players in from other clubs. We're going to have to cut reasonably deep this year with our own list, but we certainly do need to look at that key defensive position.
This is all the picks they've got.
That was pretty grim.
Yeah, it is. And this is all the picks that they do have. So don't tell me an extra couple of first-round picks is going to help if you keep making the mistakes and you don't maximise already the handouts that you've received.
And this is why I think it's development more than access to talent.
100%.
They've got access to talent. They just don't necessarily develop them. Now, that's not all on them because some of those players have come from other clubs, but I think that's the bigger problem than just constantly getting access to good picks.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Lift the standards, increase the professionalism. Watch the last 2 minutes of that game on repeat and show me if the effort was to 100% before you go wanting more handouts and more picks.